welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribe-Light, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep, Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy.
And I'm Della Hazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo Monday Night Mayhem. I'm your host, Adam of Clan Veggie the First, and with me, as always, is TerrySalt. How you doing, Terry?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Let's open up the way we do proper. How is it in the future, Terry?
Quite sunny. It's
nice.
very bright sunny day.
See, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is a bright and sunny day. Not for us here in Chicagoland, because I think it's starting to get colder. Holy shit. Yeah, it's never fun. And you know what's crazy is I saw somebody post I think it was a meme where they were like, this guy's never been in cold weather before, and his windshields were frozen, and so he put boiled water on it, and the windshield broke, obviously. And somebody posted a picture of a can of like de-icer or something like that, and they're like, I can't believe they didn't believe this is, or they don't know this is real. I'm like, that's not real. I'm like, that can't be real. I've been sitting here scraping ice off my fucking windshields this whole time, and I've never seen these things pumped out the ass out here. Like, get the fuck out of here. In Chicago, we'd be using that thing all over the place.
Well, I've never had to worry about a car icing over because I've never had a car.
Well,
nor been in cold enough weather for it to freeze over.
You're missing two key ingredients.
Yeah, the car and the cold.
Yeah. Well, I'll trade you. I'll stand up to some emus, and you can scrape ice off the windshields. Although, you did see that tip, right? Apparently, goats are super effective against.
I did see that. Yes.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Was it 6 who posted that? I think it was 6.
6? Yeah, that sounds like something 6 would post. We love you, man.
It's
Speaking of which, I don't know.
Yeah, Goats versus Emus is news that came 90 years too late. It really could have helped some people out in the 30s.
Yes. As I said earlier, if we were in the 30s, we'd be kicking the gong. If somebody knows what that means, you win a prize. I wonder how many people would actually know what that is. Probably not a lot of people. Well, let's let me really quickly say hi to chat, because it doesn't look like we have a lot, so I can actually say it. Hi, Kyvie. How's it going? W.R. Costin, Kefki, and then us.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. See, I can get it all out of the way right now, and then later on. Oh yes, and we got to push. I knew I forgot something with the description. There's a link that here. Let me actually. I can't do it. Moonshocks, give, send, go. If you look in the chat, Kai.
Keep it in.
I don't know. I can't. Cause I keep messing up her name, and she's just gonna keep yelling at me. So I'm trying to sneak in like a nickname. Hey, Lady K.
Lady K.
It just rolls off the tongue, you know. She posted a link, so go check it out in chat. Yes, go. Yeah, there you go. I gotta make sure to remind myself to put it in the details before the end of the show. Wait, what?
Yes, I think he's playing it up. I think chance is not that bad. Couldn't be.
Oh man, see, I told you, dude. Every time, and I'm like right on the mic. It's like it's a snowball. It looks like I'm fucking about to gobble him up. And I told you, Kiev. Okay, I'll go Kiev or Kiev. Isn't Kiev? Aren't those like chicken things with butter in them? Kiev.
Well, chicken Kiev is a type of meal, yes. And Cannibalistic is saying that you're quiet again. It says, why is it always you and Quiz that come through quietly? It might be something to do with OBS, because you both use it.
Yes, that could be it. Because I don't know. I mean, we sound fine. I mean, you sound fine.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, it's just you and Quiz.
Yeah. Well, why do you gotta be anti-OBS, man? And last time I turned it up, you guys were hearing everything. Like, you guys were hearing neighbors and shit. So that's why I was like, I can't turn it up that loud. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna hear farts and burps and Lord knows you don't need that. We're trying to gain subscribers. We're not trying to lose them. Although, speaking of which, we should probably get the advertisement out of the way since we're only 8 minutes in. I'm going to remind you also at the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen, but make sure you go check out our Rumble page. We're trying to get our subscriber count up to 100, and as I promised, at 40 subscribers, I will upload an image of feet.
Yo.
Yeah. Well, dude, you're a foot.
Yeah, but I'm a cartoon foot. That's different.
That's true. But yes, go check out our Rumble page, and make sure you hit subscribe on there. So without further ado, I guess we can go about what we is talking about. Before we started,
I should warn you, I think my internet is acting up because everything is buffering. So if I disappear, I'll do my best to come back as soon as I'm able to. But yeah.
Right on.
Everything is buffering on my end.
Good. I'll keep that in mind. But as we were talking about before the show, I started a new game at work, and it's taking off.
Dude,
it's called Ghost Dick, and so what happens is if you see somebody yawn, you make fun of them by saying that there's a ghost sticking his dick in your mouth.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so you get a lot of people. They look like they're about to yawn, and they see you looking at them like you know they're gonna say some goofy shit. So then you're like,
yeah.
Nope. You keep your mouth clenched. You grind your teeth. You don't fucking yawn at all.
Just put your hand in front of your mouth.
That doesn't work either. You think a hand's gonna stop a ghost dick? The ghost just laughing.
Well, if closing your mouth is enough to stop it, why wouldn't a hand be?
I don't know. It's just one of those things where you have your mouth open, agape, and you think just a simple hand's gonna cover it. But it's funny when you get people who don't know the game, and so we get a couple of people who are just passing through the tech area, and they may yawn, and all of a sudden, out of the other end of the area where somebody's working on some systems, you just hear, "Whoa, shit, that's a big one!" It's like, oh man. Oh man, you don't want to do that.
No, not in that office, from the sound of things.
Well, look, you gotta keep it eventful. At the last place I was at, I had switched a whole bunch of keys around. I switched the N and the M. And I got one guy really pissed off. He was like, I was trying to sign in and I couldn't log in. My password wasn't working, and then I noticed that I was in the wrong button.
All right, yeah.
Oh shit. Hey man,
And we have someone by the name of Miss Grace. He looks quite a lot like Kevadan.
Oh really? Miss Grace.
Yeah,
that works. Wait, is Grace your real name? Are we doxing you?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Is my name Taylor Lawrence now?
Could be.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't. I don't actually know your real name. You might not even be named Adam, for all I know.
No, my real name is Justin.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot we're live. Oh shit! Yeah, let me. Do I still have that open? Ay caramba.
Oh,
yep.
my real name is in fact Terry. I've just broadcasted into the whole world ever since I've been on the internet. So.
Le gasp! Oh shit!
It's her middle name. She says.
Oh okay. Oh, so it's Justin.
Eva Grace Dam is her full name, I guess.
Cool. And I bet W.R. Costin's real name is Real Costin.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. But, people like to hide behind anonymity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get why, but at the same, I've had this conversation before, but I think it makes it more. Makes the friendship feel more real if you know each other's names and faces rather than just being an avatar on a screen name.
Well, hold on. In all fairness, I think Sanguine has told me his real name once. And then Quiz reminded me about it when we went camping. He's like, "Hey man, you know Sanguine's real name, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And Quiz had to tell me the name. The whole time, and same with Quiz. I'll go over to his house or his apartment, knock on his window and shit, and be like, "Hey, what's going on, Quiz?" I know his real name. I don't call him by his real name.
No, that's not the point. I know Della's real name. I still call him Della.
Yeah.
But the fact that there's a name and a face to go with the avatar makes it feel like more of a real friendship, if you know what I mean. It's like, got to end the stream. Jack just showed up.
Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, we just started. We're 15 minutes in, asshole. What the fuck? This is rigged. Oh, man. Hold on, Terry. Is that why your internet is is that why your internet he's hijacking the stream?
It could be. It could be.
Oh no. This is an outrageous matter.
It's not YouTube's end because I tried to go to the Rumble page to see our subscriber count, and even that's not loading. So something is up with the internet at my end of things. It's not It's not your or YouTube side.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, I did have the stream going on in Discord as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was messing with some stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, so far it's been so good. I haven't heard any issues with you, on your end. You know, let's play it by ear, right?
And Tock is saying, did Quippers go to any tuba concerts lately? Tuba Christmas. Well, I don't know why that's a thing that exists, but apparently Gunsky likes it.
Yeah, that was a weird image. I'm glad that you guys tagged me in it, so that way I'm getting notifications up the ass about some weird tuba dog thing. So
yeah,
thank you very much. Della is an Albertan. Wait, Della Hayes is Canadian?
He is.
Holy shit, we are
I
just...
don't know if you've noticed, he even says a boot instead of about.
What? No.
He does.
Holy
I've heard
shit. That's not true. That's impossible.
it.
Wow, this whole
Look
time?
into your heart, you know it to be so.
No. Yeah, no, now that I think about it, I think he has said a boot a few times. But in all fairness, I say a boot sometimes too, and I'm no Canadian.
Oh no, Della does it on purpose because it's the Canadian stereotype.
Oh. Oh, I have a bad habit of picking up other people's accents. So if I'm talking, I'm surprised I don't do it with you. I'm fighting everything that I can. But yeah, with like Sora, I have a hard time not doing it. Like she'll be speaking and I just want to mimic her accent for some reason. I don't know why.
I can just imagine after the stream you going around, "G'day, mate. That's not a knife. This is a knife."
You know, honestly, I think out of all the accents, I think the Australian one doesn't really pick up for me. I don't know why. I like it, but it just...
who knows?
Yeah. No. Yeah, but...
Crocodile Dundee is very, very funny, but not very indicative of the rest of Australia.
What the fuck is a newfie? What is a newfie?
Someone from Newfoundland.
Oh.
Or a different part of Canada.
Hey, you know, and W.R. Costin brings up a good point. Sora Luna sounds hot. Maybe that's why I'm trying to mimic her voice.
Possibly.
Look, I told you. Look, we are gonna try an ASMR Monday night sometime. This is why I'm intentionally lowering my voice so soon. You'll be able to hang out with Adam on Monday nights.
I think Sora would have a better chance at an ASMR channel than you, Adam.
Well, I mean, equality, right? Guys can do it too.
I think ASMR should really only be done by girls. I don't think boys have the right presence for it.
What are you talking about? I think it's the thing that's gonna finally put us on the map. You know, after all these years, we are at episode 1863. The fucking Civil War is starting soon. I think we need a little change.
You're gonna have your own channel, Adam SR.
Yes. See, there you go. What does the SMR stand for?
It's Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
What?
The ASMR is Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
So like robots from the equator?
It's an automatic feeling that you get in response to certain stimuli. So I actually get it when I get my hair cut and they're shaving the back of my neck. That's when I get the ASMR feeling. I don't get it from YouTube videos at all. That's the only time I ever really feel it is getting a haircut, when they do the back of my neck, I do get that sort of tingly feeling.
Oh, dude, I hate that feeling though. People like that shit. I hate that. Every time I get a haircut and they shave back there, I'm like, oh god, I gotta brace myself because I'm gonna be like, oh, don't fucking touch me.
It's fine. Like, I wouldn't say I like it, but I don't dislike it. It's just, you know, this is the part of the haircut where I kind of get a shiver down my spine.
Oh, do you kick your leg too? No, thank you. I don't like it. But then again,
Yeah, fair enough.
like, this is so weird. I can't have anybody touch my back. There's certain
that's fair
spots in
enough.
the back. It's just like, nah, no.
Duck Duck says ASMR makes me want to hit things.
Oh, really?
That's not the response I have to it. I find it's useful for background noise. Like, if I don't want to pay attention to something, but I don't want to just do nothing, it's good just to have on in the background so there's like noise, and it kind of drowns out the traffic sounds a bit as well. So it has its uses, but I mean, I don't get the tingles from YouTube videos, so it's kind of wasted on me.
I want to get me some tingles on YouTube's. You think if you turn down like Tibetan monk chanting, that could be like an ASMR? Or like that
People
Mongolian,
get ASMR from all sorts of things.
even like the Mongolian double throat sound stuff?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But people get ASMR from all sorts of things. So I'm sure someone does get the tingles from listening to Gregorian chants or whatever they are.
Gregorian chants. Oh yeah, yeah, that's what they're called. Yeah. Or that weird.
And yeah, mukbang irritates me. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine why anyone would want to watch someone else eat. That sounds revolting to me.
Oh, that's where they eat a whole bunch of foods, right? Like
Yeah.
the poor violinist.
I don't understand the appeal of that one in the slightest. Hey, people like it. They can go watch it. It doesn't really affect me, but yeah, I don't understand the appeal.
You know, that's kind of my stance on a lot of the stuff, though. You know, like that's why it always baffles me when I see people sit there and like, oh, these people are on this channel. It's like, dude, just go find something else that you want to watch. Like, holy shit. I don't.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like to pretend to be offended by things like pineapple on pizza and you know, not liking the Donkey Kong rap and like.
Whoa.
I
Hold
pretend
on,
because
dude.
it's funny.
I'm assuming that your internet had a little jump. You said you did not like the Donkey Kong rap?
No. You have it backwards. I'm saying that some people don't like it, and I pretend to be offended by it.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, some people, for whatever reason, don't like the greatest rap song ever written.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, there's weird people in the world that have all sorts of weird tastes.
Yeah.
As much as I pretend to be offended by people not liking the Donkey Kong rap, let them miss out.
And see if we had somebody from the South on the stream, they would be like, "Oh yeah, that's what we say. Oh, sweet summer child."
I'm from the South. I'm from very far south.
Yeah, but you're too far south. You might have a whole other academic type of stuff, you know.
There's really not much further south than me. There's like
Penguins.
New Zealand and Antarctica.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh man. Yeah, I don't get the whole. I mean, I like seeing the cooking ones where they show people cooking food, because that's sometimes interesting. But
I don't find that interesting either.
yeah, it's pleasant to watch.
I guess people watch Jack Cochran's Laundry, so I mean, there's an audience for everything, whether I'm in it or not. It's just, I don't see the appeal, so I don't watch that stuff.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of crazy stuff out there, man. You know. And hey, if you enjoy it, go for it.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Yeah. I will say though, whoa, he's talking accents. Oh shit! Oh, and fucking somebody posted an image of some dark chocolate Reese's cups with like baked beans in it and shit.
Ew, that doesn't sound good.
No, I know, right? I think they blame the Brits. I do too. You know, we're only a few days away from the anniversary of the Tea Party, so don't get me started, Brits.
Dividend brings up painting like Bob Ross, and I mean, I actually do like watching the picture form. Like, it's not so much that I enjoy watching someone paint, it's the idea of you start with nothing, and then all of a sudden, all his different like paint, like they merge into one picture, and he's like, "Oh, I see what it that." Yeah, no, I used to love Mr. Squiggle as a kid for the same reason. It's like it just looks like random
Mr.
lines until suddenly, oh, I see what it is.
What's a Mr. Squiggle? Is that like a Captain Kangaroo or?
This, I guess Mr. Squiggle is an Australian thing then, but it is a puppet with a giant pencil for a nose, and he draws on like a blackboard, and then at the end he reveals the picture, and he's like, oh, it is a picture. Like it just looks like random lines, and then all of a sudden it all like sort of clicks, and oh wow, no, that it is an apple, or or that is a cat, or whatever he happened to draw.
Yeah. Well, see, I mean, you pretty much hit it in the head with the Bob Ross, and it is like, I mean, it's fascinating to watch how just simple brushstrokes can create an image that readily.
Yeah.
I will say it's funny watching some artists nowadays, and hey, don't get me wrong, there's a whole nother battlefront starting up on the art end that we could talk about, but seeing some artists work today with their time lapse, and they're working on tablets, and then you just see them take the image and then just morph it. So they're not starting anew. Like it's okay. It's a difference between watching Chuck Jones draw a character and then do some animated, like keyframes, and seeing him he creates the character. And then you see some of these artists now where it's like they're constantly like, oh, okay, I want the arm to actually be this way, and so they'll take the arm and lasso around it and just move it the way they want it, and it's like, are you learning anything from these, or are you just like, I mean, I understand the idea, you're getting an image out faster, but
I mean, I'm not trying to learn how to paint or anything. I just like that there's that moment where it goes from just paint to a picture, and you can actually see what the the picture is meant to be. Like, oh no, that does look like a tree now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, because it's like, wait, he's taking a fucking metal triangle, and he's just using yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But see, okay,
Yeah, that's the part I like, is that moment of, oh no, that does look like a cabin. Oh,
yeah. And see, that's what I mean. It's like there's forethought and work into it. It's a mastery. And not to say that any of the artists that I was just talking about who use tablets to draw that those are bad or lesser artists. They're still competent in their own work, and God bless them for it. I just, like I said, I find it funny when you watch it, and it's like, wow, I was always taught when I went to school, the art school, that you didn't even want to erase things. You wanted to be able to just draw it out right off the bat. That was the biggest technique that you can learn.
right.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure once I get myself a tablet, I'll be doing the same thing. But that bring and Happy Little Tree. There's a remix of that. I can't remember who did it, but it's really good. I'm gonna have to look it up after the show.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But that brings me to AI generated art. What do you think of that?
I think it's novel. I mean, I have not really played around with it at all, so I don't have like first-hand experience with it. But I think it's a cool concept that you can just put in words and it'll just generate a picture based on them.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't want to give it too much credence because I think it's something that, while nifty, it's not gonna it's not gonna hold much weight unless we give it weight.
Well, I think the main objection I've seen is that the AI basically scrapes the internet for other people's artwork.
And, well, yes, this is where I wanted to go with this.
And I can understand why the artists who have their work effectively just hijacked by the by the internet scraper for the purposes of this AI art. I can understand why they feel put out because, I mean, as much as you can steal art, it's being stolen.
Yeah. I've seen, I follow a lot of different artists, from pixel artists to traditional artists, comic artists.
Mhm.
And I don't know why I mentioned comic artists as different. What
And
animators, and a lot of them, it's they have the same idea of AI art is not good. But the banners that they're carrying are different. Like some are like that, like he said, that their art is being stolen, and so they don't like their art being warped into something else without that they're.
I can understand that.
But then there's others who are saying that they're taking art that they're selling, and then they're in turn selling it and trying to make money off of it, off of their.
Well, that I can understand
So,
is
yeah.
legit. That's a big problem.
But then there's another faction that, and this is where I see it, kinda, is, and like we were talking about with, mastery of your work, there's people that will sit there and post an image. Oh, that's a really nice AI art. What images did you search up to make it? And the person's like, I drew it. Like I didn't.
Right.
This is not. And so we're seeing a lot of people who are looking at it as, oh, it's okay. Oh, so let's just make it a norm. And there's people who actually put work into their art, and they're seeing it as, well, but you're not doing art. I can see this though as kind of like the techno back in the day, but I think AI art is a little less hands-on. Like you're pretty much just
I
plugging in
got
stuff,
to
right?
admit, I did like the memes where there was like this leftist saying, "Haha, your job got replaced by a computer," and then then artist gets replaced by a computer, and it's like, no, you can't just do that. Now I don't have a job, and it's like, pointing out like all the smug leftists are like, haha, you lost your job to a computer, and now complaining that a computer is doing their job.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I hope it doesn't get to that point. Hold on, there's some interesting takes in chat. Andy Warhol did the same thing. I mean, I guess, but also isn't he considered a modern artist? I don't really look too highly on modern artists.
My internet is basically given up. I'm not seeing chat anymore, so
Oh, you're not?
I'll no. The last thing I saw was Duck Dog talking about Bob Ross.
Ooh.
That just stopped me.
So do you want to continue or?
Yeah. I mean, as long as you can hear me, we can keep talking. I'm just saying that
Yes.
I can't read chat.
And chat, let me know, and I'll let Terry know if you can hear Terry, and that way he can stay on. So, everybody raise your arms and give him your energy, so that way he can stay online. I know there was a Dragon Ball reference, and Terry, you didn't like Dragon Ball, but I had to use
No,
it
I mean,
anyways.
I got the reference. That's fine.
Okay, so we had that. Talik said AI sourced art is better used as a reference tool for generating ideas. Jack said, on the other hand, if I see a painting and I'm inspired by it, am I not stealing it by the same metric? I can see that, but I don't know. Am I stealing the ocean if I paint the ocean? No, it's art, but you still had to work to do it. You know, you didn't just take the art and put it in a program and crap out some random shit. And wait, there was one more. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. I think it's a good idea, or it's a good tool for folks that want D&D characters, and I can see that as it's something that you can just, like I said, it's a simple tool that you can get some easy work out of. But at the same end, it's one of those things where I don't know if we can really say that you're an artist. You just used a tool to generate some random piece of art. W.R. Costin, is it okay to speak honestly about Terry? Only if it's a nice thing. All right, you guys, you fucking animals.
No. You can be as mean as you want. I can take, especially since I can't see it because my chat is broken.
But yes, that was my thoughts on AI generated art. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Seriously, I think it's just gonna be used in those like niche areas.
I think it's a novelty.
Yeah, and look, artists, your work is still of value. Like you still are doing the work. So any fucking AI program could come out there and pump out some artwork, but it's not a piece done by you. So I mean, just keep that in mind. That you still have value in it because it's your personal work. Yeah, and that was my positive moment. Now let's get back to tearing people apart. I think humans are smelly. And Miss Grace says, "How do you like my new avatar? It looks nice." Telstra? What the hell's a Telstra?
That's my ISP. Oh, well, my former ISP.
Oh.
I'm not with Telstra anymore. I'm with Aussie Internet, but Telstra is like the national internet service provider.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe somebody's shooting at the generators like in North Carolina out here.
Could be.
Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, no. Because I was actually gonna watch. I saw a video on how Shrek took down the animated field or animated film industry. So I'm interested to see that. Yeah. See, I mean, like watching things on YouTube, dude. It is just like you have your options of what to watch, and then just fucking watch them. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it.
It's a bit too advanced for some people. They have to watch it and then complain about it. That's just how they program.
Or like they're upset that there's stuff out there that it's not for you.
It's not for them.
And I get that that's, you know, the hee-haw goof that was levied at a lot of people who are complaining about, you know, well, why did you make this character like this? Why did you do this to this character? I get that, but you know, like I said, that's a deliberate change on stuff. Like, have you heard what they're doing to Willow?
No, I've heard that they're remaking it. I don't know specifically what they've done to ruin it.
Oh, they're already 4 episodes in, and they have. What have you done to my boy? But I mean, that's what I mean. Like when I was talking about Princess Peach and how it's like, it's not a, oh man, I don't like the character. It's like, dude, it's so obvious what they're doing, and it's boring at this point. You know?
Yeah, it is.
Characters are so goofy. Oh shit, yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Actually, so I don't know why I'm getting a lot of game news from like Games Radar and I can't remember the other news.
What, IGN?
article. Yeah, I think probably IGN. First off, they showed some of the toys they're giving off in the Happy Meal for the fucking Mario movie.
God.
they've gotten to the point where they're just giving you cardboard pieces that you make. One you make into the Mario van, and the other one you make into Cranky Kong on a trike.
Oh God.
I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Oh, I do like Cranky Kong. He's pretty good.
yeah, I'm surprised they got Cranky Kong in there.
I think
yeah.
Cranky Kong and Funky Kong are like the two that spring immediately to mind when I think of like non-major Donkey Kong characters.
Holy shit! And actually, I think they did show Funky Kong in the Mario Kart segment of the trailer, so he's probably in it.
Cool.
Why didn't they give Seth Rogen Funky Kong? That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Oh.
And let's see, there was Candy Kong, that was his girlfriend, and Wrinkly Kong was like the old woman.
I do not recall Wrinkly Kong.
Wrinkly Kong was where you saved the game. She ran the
yeah.
school.
Okay. Yeah, I never really played the Donkey Kong. Did you play? So I'm assuming you played the country stuff, right?
Donkey Kong Country, yes.
Yeah.
That is the only Donkey Kong series that I really got invested in. Donkey Kong Country 2 is like the best platform game on the Super Nintendo, bar none.
Are you one of those players who can just pop it in and just run through it like nothing, like butter?
Not anymore. I've forgotten where a lot of the stuff is. But like once you start playing, a lot of it does come back. But I wouldn't be able to just casually 102% the game. If I picked it up now, I'd probably need to look up a guide for like, oh, that's where that thing is, right?
How do you think you do on the cart levels, the mine cart levels?
I mean, those are good. I like those. They're fun. Not that bad.
Quiz's roommate, Bug, he's like that. Like, he was sitting there, he was watching me play, because we were waiting for the boat to get to the island, and he was watching me play Donkey Kong, and then he's like, here, can I see? And I'm like, I give him the controller, and he's just fucking blasting through these levels like it's nothing. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, good God. I'm sitting there pausing every other fucking bit just to make sure that I don't fucking touch nothing. Ugh. Fucking rare.
I did like there was one minecart level where you had the ghost chasing you and you had to keep getting the plus barrels to increase the timer before he caught you.
Oh, even
I really like that level.
Why do they do that? Well, of course it's rare. They did fucking Battletoads, so
yeah.
You know, they were sitting there like, you know what people enjoyed? That stupid race car level in Battletoads. Let's add that.
No, I did like the race car levels.
You would.
I enjoyed them. They're fun. I also really liked the Brambles stages where like you're the parrot and you've got to like fly between the spiky thorns.
Oh shit! I forgot about the animals that you can ride.
Not just ride. You can actually turn into them as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I've played the first one a couple of levels in, and I don't know. I didn't have the game. The only games I had for the Super Nintendo when I had a Super Nintendo was literally just the RPGs. I got it just for Chrono Trigger, just for Final Fantasy, just for fucking, I got, Mystic Quest even, fucking Secret of Mana.
All good games.
Oh yeah. I don't think I ever really got any other, maybe, Tournament Fighters. I had fucking Turtles. Tournament Fighters.
TMNT Tournament Fighters was brilliant. That was an excellent game.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I was so excited when I saw that game existed in like some Nintendo magazine at the time. Like, whoa, they made Street Fighter but Ninja Turtles? I have to play this now.
Yeah, I saw it at a used game shop and I'm like, are you serious? Turtles with fighting? All right.
Yeah. I was so excited when I first played that game.
I think I had Double Dragon.
Double Dragon's good too.
It was like a weird Double Dragon though. I don't know. I really wanted to get. I think they made a port of the Battletoads arcade game on it though. That one always was fun looking to play.
I did like Battletoads as well.
Yeah.
But that was way too hard. Like, I don't mind a bit of challenge, but Battletoads was excessive.
Yeah. No, yeah. Especially for a Nintendo game. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. I got as far as the bike level. Everyone dies on that level. I think I finished it like once, and then died in the next level straight away.
I always get stuck at the level where you're riding on these snakes and you gotta jump on them as they're moving, and it just gets faster and faster.
That's quite far into the game.
Yeah, it's. Ugh. But that's like lucky time. That's like, you know, me and my brother just sitting there late at night. We gotta fucking beat this.
The
little kids.
The hover bike stage is like fun, but so difficult. And yeah, I think I only ever beat it like once or twice, and I don't even remember what the stage after it is. But I just remember that every time I sat down to play it, the first level was easy, the second level was hard, and the third level was where I died. You only had like 3 lives, so you had to make them last. You didn't have like you had 3 lives, 3 continues, and that had to get you to the end of the game if you were gonna get there.
Oh wait, hold on. All right, yeah, it takes me that long to type stuff. You know, because Kefki asked, did Terry say there was a Ninja Turtles fighting game was in the kitchen? Don't know if I heard right. Well, Kefki, if you were raising your arms and giving energy like we had asked, you would have heard. No, we're talking about Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. It was on the Super Nintendo and Genesis, and Nintendo. Yes. Funny enough, so yeah. I don't know.
I do have the Cowabunga pack or whatever it was called, but I haven't actually played it yet.
Wait, what?
You know the Cowabunga pack or whatever it was with all the Ninja Turtle games in it?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
I've bought it, but I haven't played it yet.
What? You haven't even tried it? Like one of them?
No, I've got like 2,000 games. It's on my list. I'm gonna play it at some point. It's just other stuff keeps coming up.
Kefki, it's on the Kawabunga collection, which is pretty much on every system nowadays, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But if you get it on the Switch, you can play with me. If you get it on Steam, you can play with Terry.
Yeah.
The choice is yours.
And if you convince them to add crossplay, you can play with everyone.
Yeah, like, I don't understand why they don't fucking do that already. Shit.
It's probably a licensing thing. Maybe Nintendo doesn't want other people playing their version of the game. You know, Nintendo's very weird and picky about those things.
Picky people.
I actively sabotaged Smash Brothers becoming like an esport because in their minds it is a party game and no one should be playing it seriously, and so they actively sabotaged people's attempts to like run tournaments for it because they were opposed to the idea. Like, that's how out of touch they are.
I mean, I've heard some things about that. I mean, personally, I think the whole esports scene is fucking goofy as shit. Especially like when I was watching the award show, and they're like, best team, and it's like, okay, who in the fuck are any of these people? Best player. It's still, again, the same question.
I mean,
best coach. They're gonna fucking the coach of these things? Like, who the fuck?
I don't know. I can respect the people who are dedicated enough to a game to get that good at it.
Hey, we used to do that, but we used to have LAN parties, so...
Yeah, but, like, if you look at something like Evo, that's an international tournament. You've got the best players in the world.
Right, Evo's the fighting one,
It's
right?
a bit more competitive than your friends having a LAN party. It's like
Oh well, fighting
These are-
games for sure.
these are people who are like dedicated years, decades of their lives to a single game. Like I can respect the effort that goes into that and the skill that they play at.
I only do that for the fighting tournaments because
Mhm.
I just don't see really too much merit in first person shooter games being a thing.
Well, I mean,
I get, hey, and like we were talking about with YouTube, hey, I'm not telling you to, stop it. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to close it down.
No,
I
like,
just,
the thing with me is I don't play first person shooters all that much, so I can't appreciate high level play because it all just looks the same to me. Whereas I can appreciate high level fighting games because
Yes.
I'm quite familiar with watching fighting games and I know, oh, I can see what he did there. Oh, that was clever. That kind of thing. Whereas someone who is not familiar with fighting games would watch a high level match and think, oh, okay, yeah, that was okay. Like they wouldn't understand the intricacies because they're not familiar with the genre. Yeah, I mean, a high level fighting first person shooter match would not be for me, but I can understand why there's people into it.
Yo, yeah, and even with like I've seen people who do like speed run tournaments, and hey,
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you're going for, go for it.
I think tool assisted speedruns are just marvels to behold when they're done really, really well.
Yes, they are interesting to watch when they do some crazy shit and it's like all of a sudden, boop, end of the game.
Yeah.
What?
There's sometimes they break the game. And like fair play, that is the fastest way to win.
Mhm.
But it's not interesting to watch. Like there's a game, A Boy and His Blob. There is a glitch in that to make all the enemies disappear. Now, obviously, if you're going for a speed run, you do that. You
Wait.
make the enemies go away so you can flit through the game.
Are you talking the
But it also makes the
original
game
NES
very
game?
not interesting. Yeah, on the NES.
Holy shit! I gotta figure this out. That game always frustrated me as a kid. I hated that game.
Oh, actually, no. I take it back. There was a worse glitch in A Boy and His Blob. You could teleport to the end, actually.
Isn't that
That's
what you use
right.
the rocket for? I just remember you can use
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
rocket.
You know, no. You use the rocket and you go to the second half of the game. But then you go to the very left hand side of the map and you throw the jelly bean off screen. And because of the way it does its loading, it actually loads the final screen. And the blob is in a cage in the final screen. So if you do everything correctly, you can actually give him the apple jelly bean to turn him into a jack, break him out of the cage, and win the game. And the whole thing takes like a minute and a
That's
half.
awesome. I'm gonna have to fucking look that up, man.
Look for Boy and His Blob speedruns. They're like ludicrous. They're not that interesting because there's like nothing happening, but just the fact that they can do it that fast is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Man, speedruns.
A Boy and His Blob, I used to fucking love that game as a kid.
You like that game?
As a kid, yeah. As an adult, I probably wouldn't like it all that much. But as a kid, I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
What other kind of oddball Nintendo games you play when you were a kid?
I don't know. It's a long time ago. Not much that sticks in my memory that isn't fairly well known. Did you ever play Kung Fu on the NES?
Yes, I have.
I loved that game too. I actually used to be able to win it. That's how much I played it as a kid. I used to be able to get from start to finish on whatever 3 lives or however many you get. That's how much I played that thing. And then
Shit.
the little midget guys that you've got to crouch to hit. and they jump at you and drain your health. And
I might have rented it once or twice.
I
I think
I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Oh, Tex Murphy, the first Tex Murphy game. I used to not know what the hell I was doing, but I used to really like it all the same.
what is Tex Murphy?
Okay, so it's sort of you're a private detective and you've got to solve a murder, but it's got so many different game types all smashed into one. It's like really weird. So there's like when you land on a new location, there's like a shooting game sometimes, and then there's like the detective part of things where you're interrogating suspects, but there's also the flying game to get from one location to the next. Like 3 different games all just kind of smashed together, and it's like it doesn't work that well. But because I played it as a kid, I kind of I remember this. Oh yeah, this is dumb, but I like it.
See, I like that. I like those kind of old games that just
If
odd.
you if you play Tex Murphy, most of the games are FMV games. Like the first 2 aren't, but from the 3rd one on, they're all FMV.
Wait, what is this on?
PC.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh shit, old PC games. That's even
Yeah.
going further out there, man. I remember playing fucking Ghostbusters 2. No, the oldest weirdo game I played on PC. It was a game called Operation Drug Bust.
Oh, never heard of that one.
It's called something else. I cannot remember what it is. It's normally called that. The other one. I think it's
Is the other name Super Mario Brothers?
No. No, this game was like weird. It was you were like an undercover detective or something like that, and you were going around beating up drug dealers and shit. Yeah, it was weird. I just remember the DOS input was odp.exe.
It was a PlayStation game, so it's not nearly as old as these ones. But Psychic Detective was a game that I absolutely played to death as well.
Whoa, wait, is this another full motion video game?
Yes.
Oh, dude, did you like those kind of games?
Yeah. I mean, I still like them to an extent. They're cheesy and like corny, but they're fun. Like they're just they're not good, but they're entertaining despite not being good.
Yeah.
They're kind of like bad movies. They're just sort of fun, even though they're not actually good.
Yeah. Yeah, like popcorn movies. It's just something you can pop on and.
No, for me, Psychic Detective, I really liked the concept of the game, even though the game itself was not that good. The idea is the movie will play out, but you can jump from one character to another, so you can see the movie from different characters' perspectives. And I just really like that idea. And it's like, I'm going to see what Moki's view of the game is, or whatever. And then at the end there's like an actual puzzle part that I always used to fail. But I just really liked watching the movie and like jumping from character to character and saying, oh, let's see what this guy is, or let's see what his perspective is.
What was it called again?
Psychic Detective.
Psychic Detective.
You should be able to get like abandonware sites should let you download it if you're curious.
I'm pretty sure it's out there. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd have to be.
It reminds me of a game called, oh shit, I can't remember what it's called. Like Butterfly Mansion or something like that for the Sega Saturn. And it was not, it could have been full motion, but instead they went with CG because, it was a Saturn. CG was,
Right.
all the rage. But it was essentially just a full motion video game where you're going around this mansion and you're talking to the ghosts that live in there, and they'll pop out of these paintings and start talking to you, and you gotta solve the mysteries and shit.
Speaking of FMV, did you play Night Trap?
Yes, I did. on the Sega.
That game sucks.
You know,
If that game wasn't controversial, no one would give two shits about it. It is just
and
trash.
controversial is giving it a little bit too much. That's like saying Chiller was
No.
controversial.
It was controversial. The controversy was based on nothing,
Yeah, well,
but
yeah,
it was controversial.
that's what I mean. It was like when you play it and you see the scene that they're talking about, it's like, okay.
Yeah, there is nothing that should be controversial in the entire game, but yet people overreacted and pretended that it was like this super sexy, child corrupting, hellspawn of a game. It's like, no, it's really, really not. It's mild, it's boring. It's essentially Five Nights at Freddy's. You're watching video cameras
Yeah.
and clicking on the button when you see the bad guy. That's about it. That's the game.
Speaking of full motion video, did you see that recently somebody picked up I think it was a VHS excuse me, copy of all of Michael Jackson's scenes in some full motion video Sega game he was gonna make.
Cool.
Yeah, and so they're working right now to restore as much as they can, and it's like, dude, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Who's news? Michael Jackson had I mean, we know he did the Sonic 3 music, so.
It's that's cool. I like Michael Jackson. I used to really like him as a kid. Thriller was like one of my favorite songs.
Dude, he did Thriller. Yeah, a lot of his tunes are catchy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's fucking hell, full motion video games. Did you ever try Dragon's Lair?
Oh yeah.
You've played it in the arcade?
I did play it in the arcade. I played the NES version, which is actually really different.
Yeah.
Because it's not just QuickTime events. It was like you actually controlled Dirk. It was weird.
And he moved like a tank.
I did eventually play like the proper arcade version much later.
I know they did re-release it, and
Yes, they did.
I know they or at least they think they were working on trying to make it a movie, which
Oh God.
it's just a movie. I don't know. Hey, it's Don Bluth. He's one of the
Yeah, no.
legendary.
I mean, beautifully animated. It was
Oh,
a
yeah.
very beautiful game.
Well, I mean, he worked under the 7 old men from Disney. I think that's what his story was. So, I mean, it makes sense.
The Space Ace.
Oh yeah, Space.
It was almost exactly the same game. It's just a sci-fi setting, like a
Yeah.
space setting. And there was a sequel to Dragon Slayer where he's like going through all these different time periods, like his mother-in-law was chasing him through time, and he's like trying to escape.
Oh shit, I forgot they had a sequel to that. I have to look that up. Yeah, because the first one he was
Yeah, they
fighting a
did.
dragon, and the second one I think it was like a wizard or something like that.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, in the second one, the whole thing starts because he upsets his mother-in-law and he's like running away from her, and then that's how he falls into the time machine to kick off the plot. Is like he's escaping his crazy mother-in-law.
it's crazy to think that back in the day, that was like, holy shit, you go to an arcade, you see Dragon's Lair 2, and you're like, what? You're blown away by it. And nowadays, it's, will Sony get fucking Call of Duty on their system again? Oh my goodness. And I wonder what happened to that Rabbi Clinton kid.
I don't know.
He's probably in jail. He's going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. We're at the end of the year, and you know, I still see. Well, funny enough, well, I guess going back to Mario real quick. Apparently there was a rumor going out there that Nintendo's working on another 2D platforming Mario game. Shocker, I
Cool.
know. But the leaker, I think his name was like Zippo or something like that. He says that the art style is going to be different and surprising.
Oh dear.
So I'm assuming it's just going to be the characters from the movie.
I think it'd be funny if it's AI art.
Oh shit, AI art Mario. But they kept pushing like, oh shit, and Princess Peach is gonna be in it, and it's the first time since Mario Brothers 2, and it's like, ugh. And like, like I told you, like I told the chat, and people are gonna be pretty upset when they pop in and Peach is just like a regular character like Mario and Luigi. She could just float. There's nothing too special about her. Sorry. I know. Beating a dead horse. Oh shit, Terry left. Oh. Well, I guess that is our cue to skidoo. Although I guess Jack is not here. I don't want to say his name 3 times. Well, so that way Terry doesn't have to fuss and fight to get back into the stream. I guess we'll go ahead and close it out. So here we go. Well, before we do, Assassin of the Great War, you're not playing. I like to just leave it on demo. A lot of times, usually at the end of the night, I'll play a match if somebody wants to play a game, which usually just entails me getting my ass beat in a fighting game. But yeah, no, we were having a nice discussion. I figured I just pop on a game to just have it play in the background. I'm still not good at playing and talking. But yes, that has been the Minions of the Zoo. I want to thank Terry for joining. I hope his internet connection issues get resolved quickly, so that way he can resume watching whatever it is he watches on the internet. I'd like to thank you, chat, for hanging out with us this evening. I hope you were entertained. Were you not? And yes. Right. Check out the link at the top. Give Send Go for Moonshock. Make sure you check it out and donate if you can. It's very much appreciated. We also have the link in the description for another. Let's see real quick, because I want to get it right. Yes, help fight nonverbal autism. Autism. Let's try and speak proper. Go do that, and also check out the link for our Zoo Discord. Go hang out with us there, or hang out with me and a bunch of other cool people at my arcade. You can pop in there and say hello. We like to set up games and play some games. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and close the zoo. I've been your keeper, Adam of Clan Veggie the First. And with that, I love you all. Good night. God bless. And the zoo is closed. Good night, everybody. Wait. Hold on. I completely forgot. Silly me. Hey, don't forget to check out our Rumble page and subscribe to the Rumble. Yeah, I stopped it and I went back. We're doing that. Alright, the zoo is closed. Outro. Minions of the Zoo is recorded live on tape in front of a studio audience.